going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Stafford. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll go right back to St. Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first two passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Now Jackson. That is incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Stafford now to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And going right back to Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. David Ojabo, credit him there. He fired across the line and planted him for a loss on the play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll fake the give. Now Stanford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They're certainly not running up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Jackson on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Now Jackson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5. And it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he gets this early to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try to chip away this time out.
10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another nice game, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Jackson. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. On the Seahawks 14-yard.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now it's Stafford. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. This is 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They'll try and run it here. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. That is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Stafford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now it's Stafford. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Jackson. Dobbins with it. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Jackson. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. Whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They run again with Walker, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 157 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. Straight ahead, Walker. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's Walker. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Trouble you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the G.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Forced out to his left.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying the left side with Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's second and 8. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And that's off the right sneak in, but it did not.